Hey there, everybody. Um, my face is breaking out a little bit because I haven't been able to wash my face too much. Um, I had to call about maybe like 50 to, I don't know, about 50 different dentists in the last like, excuse me, 3 months. For some reason, like all but two of them that I called don't accept state Medicaid. Which if you're from America, um, you would know that that's basically for poor people, more or less. Like you make under like 20,000 a year or something, which is only like for I'm a single male, so my rent was 525 when I moved in here 7 years ago, going on 8 or 6 years, going on 7 or whatever. I moved in 2617, however many years that is, in August. So my rent renewed, and then there's a little bit extra for the babies, that's not even a question. My babies always have what they need. You talking, Daddy? You want to say hi to everybody? You say hi? Say hi, guys. You don't tell them you're the most prettiest girl I know? Oh my goodness. My baby. Look at them. You got them paws going, little girl. Look at them paws going, mommy. And she's waiting for me to pet her. Um, have an influx in my voice. You kind of probably can tell that I don't really do that very often, but I do it for them, even though it hurts like hell, because um, they deserve the same immense level of love that I've always given them, and I'm not gonna let however I'm feeling um, keep me from doing that. Um, but anyway, my rent went from uh, I think it was 675 or 650 to 720. No, I think it's 650 to 725. Stuff's all kind of jumbled up. It's hard to remember stuff sometimes. Yeah, it's 725, um, and I just renewed it for a year. Um, I've had quite a few neighbors move out of here, but I love it here. I'm up on the third floor. It's extremely quiet. I got great neighbors. Um, my neighbor actually saved my life because I almost died. I accidentally took too much carbamazepine, which I don't ever take, but um, I was out of gabapentin and hydrocodones and my muscle relaxers, and I had taken some like in the late afternoon on like a Monday, and then I thought I had given enough time to take more on Tuesday, but then I had taken it too close together, and basically I poisoned myself very badly, and I was admitted for a couple days. And when the poison kicked in, I laid on my stomach, and I couldn't move but just lay on my stomach, which I don't like doing, which also aggravates my nerves, so it made the pain hurt worse because I'm trying to position myself and it's hard. And at the same time, I'm trying to go to sleep because I'm like poison. And so I got a trash can, like an empty one, and I threw up into that like so much. I never thought that much in my life. It was like when the Exorcist movie, and but like the funny like scary movie version. But this was like 3 years ago or something like that. But I know I'm not gonna die until a long time because guys just revealed to me that he's for whatever reasons there's just certain people that he not I'm not saying I'm like part of the chosen or nothing, but I'm saying like God knows that I'll get the job done and I won't falter as far as not only sharing my testimony, but maybe probably more importantly, well, you come to your faith with Jesus and God and your relationship by a testimony, which is exactly why there's so many different stories in the Bible. But so I guess through my testimony that I'll make sure that I do that, even if like personally or in private I'm having different issues with um, not doing everything by the book, like literally, like but that's everybody. Um, but it's kind of like one of the things you just know what you know, and that in and of itself, despite I've had more near-death experiences than I can count, probably about 20 or more. Um, but uh, the level, well, there's just not really any words that I can really use to show the gratitude to God for, I don't know if you can say choosing me. Like none of us know the inner workings of God's mind or anything, but um, well, that's not true because I guess He does have like Noah and other people and Moses people that are actually. I think Moses walked with God, so I guess now that I think about it, I guess God does put ironically His faith in some of us um, and stuff. Uh, and again, I'm not ever trying to say that I'm special or nothing because you're completely out of your mind if you're going to blaspheme God and say that, oh, God has ordained me or sanctified me, um, as like exalted me to a level of like the archangel Michael or Noah or whoever. Um, so yeah, I was just praising God and thanking God for everything earlier. I'm not gonna cry. I can't keep draining myself. So I try to make this quick because it's like the more I talk, the more I kind of cry. But I've kind of been crying a lot like the last year and a half or so, and I don't know why because I'm not a crier. But Tupac has a song called "Nothing to Lose," and he says, "I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself?" Um, no, that's changes. Oh, no, it's nothing to lose. Is the only way to change me is maybe blow my brains out, uh, smoking the weed to keep all the pain out, uh, something like that. But basically, he's saying like every day he's suicidal, wanting to shoot himself, and in a different song, he says in conjunction with that, he says, "I done suffered so much, I feel shell shocked," which is the same thing that people from, primarily, it's most infamous from war soldiers that return, because World War I and II soldiers and any soldiers before that, well, for America, World War I and II, our soldiers um, didn't have any medication or treatment or diagnosis or any type of empathy or anything with their PTSD and all that terrible stuff. And my brother, well, I'm not going to say his name because I'm talking about somebody that served, and so I do use other names like civilians, regular people, but not my. He's my brother from another mother, and he knows who he is. I always make sure to check on him, especially. I mean, we keep in touch. We hadn't talked in a while previously, but before Fourth of July, about a couple of weeks before, I checked with him, and he was like, "I'm hanging in there. I got my noise canceling headphones on, and the first thing I tell him is I say, hey, if there's any of your stuff, he knows we know that it's like we talk in code, but I said, you can trust me and I love you like we're blood." And he actually has such a good relationship with me that he gave me his grandfather's cufflinks that had passed away. I don't remember if his grandfather had served, but it's quite likely. Um, I don't even like saying this. Oh my! I just realized next month. Oh my gosh. I don't like using the word hate, but I really, 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 really hate September. Because all I can think about is, you know what? See, here I go trying not to cry. Talk about the worst thing that's happened in our country since war. Um, Father God, I'd ask that you comfort and embrace and console and help heal as much as possible, even though it'll never all the way be healed for most people that especially lost loved ones in tragic ways, that had debris fall on them or were stuck under layers of floors above them and got, well, you know, and had the fire get them, engulf them, or the smoke inhalation. And maybe the worst, probably, I would say, well, it's all the worst, never mind, I'm sorry. I'll take that back. The poor people that chose to go out their own way and jumped from the windows, and I am deathly afraid of heights, and that's for somebody that's got an extreme, really real fear of heights. Like I can't even climb a ladder like on 2 steps without like losing it, and but those that are saved and found the Lord in their life are with you now, and they don't have to ever worry about that. And I would also pray that even our enemies, our adversaries that did those things, no matter who they are, without getting into that too much, that they also found Jesus Christ and you, God, Father God, because you love us all the same, even if that's something that's impossible for most of us to comprehend, given the horrific context of how terrible us human beings can be to each other, and to the environment, and to animals, and to everything that you've created, and especially to the condemnation and hostility and scoffing and everything towards you. And amen. If you're somebody that is just straight atheist, and you kind of just watch to keep up with my health stuff, that's totally fine. But what I was thinking about is maybe the simplest way to put it is, if you believe in the Big Bang, which is, you know, everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe in everything, and that's totally fine. You know, nobody can ever take that from you. But this 1 second here. I'm just doing I do different stuff online, like streaming different games and making content online, and all kinds of stuff. And I'm working on getting income through the Facebook Reels, and they, depending on how good your Reels do, they'll send you a check at the end of each month. And I got like just under 3,000 views, and I hadn't posted too many, but I've got over 4,000 videos, spread between a thumb drive and 2 computers, my phone and my tablet. So um, I'm kind of in a state of being overwhelmed. So I'm trying to pick and choose which stuff that I want to proceed with uploading. And with my bipolar impulsivity and my ADHD and all that, basically every mental health issue you can have from a symptom standpoint or byproduct standpoint, uh, I tend to get very erratic and disorganized and stuff, which I'm working on. Now, like with the cats and stuff, I'm always 100% consistent with that. But I'll just wrap this up by saying if we are on the fence, or maybe I had told some stories in the other videos, and maybe I kind of piqued your interest in, like Carl Sagan and I almost said Charles Dickens. What's his name? Richard Dawkins. All those people. People that believe in evolution, to where everything formed from a big bang, and then we were like amniotic fluid or amoeba or whatever. Amoeba is a Pokemon. Pokemon. I'm getting Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh mixed up. Same card, different beast. Amoeba was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. But I'm very rarely gonna say that something is an actual fact, but not to give like an inanimate example. You know, a mother and a father created Joker. He wasn't made in the lab or out of like thin air. Same with Harley, same with you and me, and everybody knows that 100%. So the simple thing is everything has a maker. So from there you can form your own mind and your own opinions and thoughts about what the implications of what that is, without me saying it, because I'm not trying to the problem with a lot of people that have different beliefs and faith and stuff, they like talk at you instead of talk to you, and they tell you something as if it's like an indisputable 100% fact. And so, and without getting too combative with going too deep into that, because you could be somebody that believes in something else and watch me, and if you are, then God bless you. And I do hope that you know, this helps you one way or another somehow, or even if it just makes your day better or whatever. I will try to upload a little bit more often when I'm feeling better, maybe 1 to 3 times a day or something. But and then of course people say, oh well, what came before God? And I mean, that's where my brain stops. As a Christian, I believe the Bible is very clear that God exists outside of time, outside of like our realm of beings, or whatever, atoms, molecules, science, biology, chemistry, all that stuff. But the point is everything has a maker. So that I mean, to me, now that I think about it, I just had the epiphany that, I mean, to me personally, I'm really dumb when it comes to the Bible. I'm not the person to ask about this. You want to talk to a pastor, or like a pastor and somebody that studies the Bible and stuff, like a scholar. I don't know if that's technically accurate, and if you're only supposed to talk to a pastor, then forgive me. But that pretty much negates that that point of view. But basically, always adapt to my financial state of affairs, and that's what I've done the whole time. And I've had the neighborhood place pay a lot of my rent, my LG&E, and my landladies have let me be like a month and a half behind on rent while the church got the rent payment for like 3 months in. And then I've just had like a village of people that God has continually put into my life to, you know, continue to bless me with everything. And so yeah, with the Medicaid, my point was that I'd usually have about like $200 to $400 if I was lucky a month saved, and that's if you follow everything completely strictly. So that's like with Amazon. I have a discount on Amazon because I have Medicaid, so I only pay like $6. Um, I did spend $8 on the Twitter checkmark thing. I didn't do the year thing because that's crazy, but I did the $8 a month thing, so that way when I put something on Twitter with my surgeries and my medical records and my GoFundMe and my links and all that to donate and share and follow my story or whatever, help other people that have what I have. People have more sense of security that I'm a real person because they got to verify your information and your stuff and all that. Um, I was down here with baby girl and I got carried away. But me and my daughter are really great. Today's a great day. I'm actually feeling pretty good. And yeah. Come here, Joker. You want to say hi to everybody? Why you so wound up, buddy? Come here. Let me see a baby. I gotta vacuum this floor. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna vacuum it now, actually. Come here, baby. Jokey J. Now, what you got going on there, meow? Come here. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Alright, you guys. Well, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. The lady that left me that really great comment, that heartfelt comment about what you had some serious struggles at, I guess, maybe different points of your life or maybe even recently. Um, I'm really glad that you found the Lord and that I know you're doing better and feeling better. And I've actually, not necessarily to the same extent, but definitely the same thing to a point, if you understand what I mean, as you did. So I can empathize in a little bit of way, maybe like 10% or something. So I'm not trying to say like, oh, we're in the same boat, because we're not. It's like you're on the Titanic and I'm on like that little raft boat that, you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, but I love you guys and God bless you. All right. Bye-bye.